Welcome back to Sport Lab. The Premier League title race just took another twist. Liverpool were held to a 2-2 draw at Aston Villa, dropping 2 crucial points and giving Arsenal a glimmer of hope. Let's break it all down.
To be honest, I think if you look the game back, and that's what you did as well, I think we created far more chances than them. I think we did everything we had to do to get a result over here, maybe even a win. The only thing what wasn't perfect was conceding a set piece, because if you concede a set piece in a big game against a very strong opponent, it's very hard to win a game.
Is that the most concerning thing, that the goals you conceded, or not taking the opportunities to win the match?
Like I said, set piece is never ideal. If you want to win a big game, you have to be balanced in your set pieces. Either you score one and they score one. But if you're 1-0 down, then that's far from easy. I think maybe their second chance was a goal with a cross. And I think it took them very, very, very long before, in the final minute, they could have won it. But yeah, if you just put all the chances in a row, then I think it was clear that I'm not happy with the 2-2.
How difficult do they make it for you, especially with the attacking options that they have and the changes they could make in the second half?
Yeah, of course they're a constant threat, and that's why I was so happy with the way we defended it, because the ones that started are an attacking threat, the ones that come in are an attacking threat. So yeah, of course they lost a very good striker as well, but yeah, brought in 2-3 new ones in the winter break. So if you go here, it's a difficult one, because of the team they have, because of the support they have from the fans. But I think we were close to playing a very, very, very good game, except for the set piece we conceded.
Arne, can I ask you a question? I think when you look at the week that you've had obviously 2 tough away games in Everton, and obviously today Aston Villa, a great home win. The pressure is not on you. The pressure is more on Arsenal to try and catch you, isn't it? Surely that is your team talk with your players. You know, there's no pressure on you.
Yeah, no, you know probably even better than me that the pressure is always on you if you're Liverpool, but the pressure is always on you if you're Arsenal.
I've got to ask you a question
as well. Yeah. So no matter, it does matter where we are in the league table, but there's always pressure if you play for Liverpool. That's the same if you play for Arsenal. So yes, we want to achieve something together this season, and we have all the ingredients for it. But yeah, still 12 games to go and Champions League to go. But we're happy where we are. I think a bit too much we've played games now where we deserved more than we got. I don't mean the Everton game when I look at the quality of play, but it was, of course, a big disappointment to concede in the last minute. I look at the Newcastle game where we conceded in the last minute, and some other games, today included, where, in my opinion, if there was one of the 2 teams that deserved to win, in my opinion, it was us.
Sorry, Arne, did you feel like just at times it was a little bit too open for you? Or did you feel like with the starting 11 of Villa it was possible that could happen? Yeah,
that could happen. So we've played a few games now with Plymouth, with Wolves, with Everton, that the game was not open at all. Yeah. And that's sometimes also not benefits us. So you have to play the game as it unfolds. Is that the way you say it? And some games are long ball, second ball, long ball, second ball. Today we played a team that wanted to bring out the ball from the back. So I think we had some very good moments, even scored the first goal from a good pressing moment. But we took it the way the game went. And they can come back at the final minute. But if you look at the chances we had the second half to go in front, you can understand there's one person in the dressing room that feels quite down. And you know who it is, I think.
Do you need more from your other attacking players? A goal and an assist, again, from Mo Salah tonight, delivering. But do you need bigger contributions for those other players? I know you didn't mention one player, but there was big opportunities not taken tonight.
No, but Jot played as a 9. He was involved in a lot of good moments. He was also involved in the first goal. The work rate he puts in. But also, he could have had an assist, of course. Today he was close to scoring goals himself. Unfortunately, for 4 or 5 months, Jota almost hasn't been available today. He could also only play 60. Same with Trent. That's why we had to make those 2 substitutions. Because I would love to keep them in the team. But like we just said, we have to play Sunday again, Wednesday again. And the amount of games that are coming up, you saw with Connor, the risk there sometimes is with injuries. So we have to take care of them. But Jota played a very good game, and Trent as well.
Can I just quickly ask you about Connor's injury? Do you have any update on that?
No, not that much. Although it happened in the sprint, the one time and when he crossed the ball in, blocked, went to a corner kick. Yeah, you never know what it is, but if a player goes out, it's never a good sign, I think.
Arne, thank you for coming out to join us. We'll let you go.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, Conor Bradley, depending on how bad that is, that would be a big blow for them, because when he has been called up to play his part this season, he's done really well, Robbie. Yeah,
he's stood up to all that's been through at him. We know how big of a player he is. Look, we don't know the situation with Trent in terms of where he's going to be at the end of the season. We can all surmise. But obviously with Conor Bradley, he's come in, and every time he's been asked to do something, he's done it. And unfortunately, he's obviously picked up an injury tonight. Let's just hope it's not a serious one.
He said there's one player in that dressing room feeling very unhappy.
You got more open at times, so take the points. We move on and focus on a big one on the weekend again.
You went ahead through Mo Salah, capitalising on a Villa mistake. But did you feel like it was hard to find a flow and a rhythm in that first half?
I think in possession we did quite well. I think we created good opportunities to score the second. Unfortunately, we didn't. So disappointed to concede from a set piece. I think we tried everything tonight, and unfortunately, it wasn't enough for 3 points.
It wasn't, but you did manage to find the equaliser. How crucial was that? You just never gave up that belief tonight.
Yeah, I think well deserved. And even after that, we should have scored 3-2. But listen, credit to Aston Villa as well today. Made it very difficult for us, like they always do actually. So now we move on. We move on to the next one, and we have to keep fighting, keep going, and let's see what it brings.
Yeah, how exhausting is this period of time in the minute? Because that's sort of the second game in a row that you've had that has been physical. Obviously, the Merseyside derby was quite an emotional game as well.
Listen, it's the Premier League, so physical for everyone, for Aston Villa as well, for us, for all the other teams as well, and that's part of the game. I think obviously we know we have a very tough one on the weekend again, and we play Newcastle during the week again, and then we have a weekend obviously where we have no games, unfortunately, because of the FA Cup. So our focus now will be on Man City. Very, very difficult game. We all know that. But we have to fight. We have to fight each and every second on the pitch to win games, to get the points on the board, and that's the only task we have. Focus on ourselves. It's never easy. It's easier said than done, but that's the only way to get success. Focus on yourself and do everything in your power to win games, and that was today the focus. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the 3 points, but the focus will definitely be then on Sunday again, and we need everyone in their best shape, players, fans, and let's see what it brings.
Virgil, thanks.
You play in any game of football and you make the clear-cut chances Liverpool made and you don't win, you're always going to feel disappointed. But he's right, you've got to focus just on Sunday now. Huge game for them. Huge game at Man City.
And to focus on themselves was also a key for him psychologically, though. As I mentioned, when we were looking at the table, they'd always had a game in hand, were always behind, and now are ahead. That changes things a little bit, doesn't it? They've played a game more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Arsenal can beat West Ham at the weekend, you would all expect them to. But now the pressure's over to Arsenal. Do your job. You know, like I said at the top of the show, I think they have to take maximum points to win this Premier League. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to do. But like I say, Villa played very well today to stop them taking maximum points. And I thought on the balance of play, Villa pretty much deserved it.
Well, we're going to go back to Villa Park and find out how they feel about the draw. And for that, we're joined now pitchside by Yuri Tielemans. Yuri, thank you so much for your time. Great to be speaking to you. Just share your thoughts on the 90 minutes tonight and how you feel about the points.
Yeah, I think it's always a good point against Liverpool, but I feel like we could have had more, especially towards the back end with our chances.
And about your goal as well, the one that equalised, that was the first shot on target and you made it count. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, our set pieces have been really good, and I think that I stayed in there in the box, tried to pick up the second ball, which I tried to hit into the net, and very happy.
Yuri, you've had a great season personally. What is the target for this Villa side? You have a massive game at the weekend against Chelsea. What is the target? To get back into the Champions League, obviously?
Yeah, definitely. We always want to be in there, to be in the mix with those teams that compete for the Champions League. And we know this season is really hard. All the teams around us have a lot of quality, and we know that we have to be maybe a bit more consistent to get in there and to be a bit higher in the league. But I think with the performance tonight, we can be happy and we can move forward with that.
Yuri, Tim was just talking about your great season. You have been one of Villa's best players, but when you tweak your roles sometimes we see you more deep, getting the ball off the back players. Sometimes we see you further forward, linking up with the forwards. Do you have a preference in which role you play?
I just like to be involved in the game, to be honest. Whether it's higher up or deeper, it just depends on what the manager needs in that game. And so far, I've done really good. I think I can always get better, obviously, but I'm really happy with the personal performances.
This Liverpool side, obviously top of the table by 8 points. You were involved in 90 minutes, tough 90 minutes against them. Just how good are they? What's so great about them?
Well, any action is dangerous with them. You have to be aware every second ball, and you can just tell the quality that they have. With half chance, it just becomes a goal. So you always have to be on your toes, and I think we did that really well tonight. Apart from, unfortunately, the 2 goals that we conceded, and they punish you straight away.
Yuri, is your opinion that you've taken a point off the champions tonight?
Yeah, well, I think, like I said, I feel like we could have had more, especially towards the back end of the game where we created some chances. We tried to push for a 3rd goal. But yeah, they're a really good side and they're up there for a reason.
Yuri, before we let you go, we need a prediction. How many more Premier League goals are you getting this season?
Yeah, I don't do that, sorry.
Yuri,
hopefully many more.
We have one
Yuri,
more.
Just a quick one on the new players who've come in. How impressed have you been with the new players? Because they look to have settled really quickly.
Yeah, they're settling really quickly. They've been working really hard since the first day that they've come in, and they have a really good mentality. They try to improve the team. They have fresh legs, big energy, and that's what we needed.
Thank you so much for your time, Yuri. Great to be chatting to you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Take care.
Yuri Tielemans with the opening goal, with the equalising goal tonight, the opening goal for Villa. They got 2, Liverpool got 2 as well. Didn't want to give us a prediction for how many more he would get this season, but you've both said he's done fantastically well so far.
I think it's a dream for a manager because I think he understands however your manager wants to play. I think he understands it. He really does, and I think he helps on the pitch. When you send him on the pitch, he has the brains to be able to implement it and help his teammates around it. And he, for me, is the reference in this side. You know, whether he's playing as an 8, whether he's playing as a 6, he knows his role and he knows everyone else around him's role as well. So he's an absolute manager's dream, really is.
Do you know the big thing with him? I mean, obviously he was talented at Leicester, you know, the winner in the Cup fight. He's done some brilliant things and he's always been technically good. But Unai Emery's got him super fit. He lasts the games, he plays every few, very rarely leaves him out, and he can get up and down now, and he's good without
Liverpool stumble, Arsenal watch on. League leaders Liverpool had the chance to go 10 points clear, but Aston Villa had other plans. Mohamed Salah opened the scoring early after a defensive gift from Andres Garcia. But Villa hit back. Yuri Tielemans equalised before Ollie Watkins' header put the hosts ahead just before half-time. Then came Trent Alexander-Arnold's deflected equaliser, earning Liverpool a point. Still, it could have been all 3. Darwin Núñez blazed over a golden late chance, leaving Liverpool just 8 points ahead of Arsenal, having played a game more. Villa impress as Rashford shines. This was Marcus Rashford's first start since his shock loan move from Manchester United, and he didn't disappoint. He created Tielemans' equaliser and had a goal-line clearance deny him a dream debut goal. Villa, despite defensive injuries, pushed Liverpool all the way and remain 9th in the table. Title race heating up. What's next? Liverpool's upcoming fixtures. Brutal. They now face Manchester City and Newcastle in back-to-back games. Arsenal, watching closely. If they win their next game, they could cut the gap to just 5 points. Liverpool have only lost once in the league this season, but with Arsenal chasing them down and Manchester City lurking, can they hold on? Final thoughts. Will Liverpool regret this result? Can Arsenal take advantage? Let us know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to SportLab for all the latest football updates. See you next time.